Three cheers for the champion.
I won. This guy.
So that was the first and last time you'll ever see Mike win at anything. So I hope you. No, I'm just kidding.
Ouch.
That's horrible.
I hope you enjoyed. He definitely enjoyed. It was good to see his spirits back up after the defeat. So it's nice that we can play these you know, rousing games and have the good spirit of competition over here at the Wicked Awesome Sports Show. If you ever have anybody that you want to compete against Mike, he's willing to take on anyone.
Anybody.
So yeah, just let us know. Email us, the Wicked Awesome Sports Show. It's actually wickedawesomesportshow@zoho.com. You can email us, and we will maybe have Mike challenge whoever you got.
I'll challenge anything.
So moving on from that, though, we do have time to talk about the Patriots. We've got to talk about the Patriots. I'm sporting my gear. What?
Phone calls. We should tell them.
Yeah, you guys, we told you this last time, but we want to tell you again. You guys can call in at any time. Last time we got Bob from Riverdale, and he was super awesome.
Bob from Riverdale's not even calling.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody can top it, but I think that somebody should try. So if you call 781-326-2107, you actually will get a $10 gift card to Roster just for calling and talking to us. And I think that's a pleasure, you know, in itself. And then you get $10 to Roster, which is even cooler. So guys, call in while we talk about the Pats here. I'm sporting my gear today. Over our break from our last show, we actually, the Patriots played probably their best game of the year and the worst game of their year, ironically. So we have a lot to talk about today. They followed up their terrible loss 34-13 to the Cleveland Browns by absolutely demolishing the Steelers in Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. They won 39-26, which actually, as we all know, that score was, you know, a couple garbage time touchdowns. It should have been probably, I don't think they should have gotten any more than 18. But many would say that after the game against the Browns and seeing Tom Brady, the way his offense executed this Sunday night against the Steelers, that one of those games had to have been a fluke. Mm-hmm. So what I want to know is which game was the fluke? I mean, the defense sacked Ben Roethlisberger 5 times. Tom Brady executed his offense like it was, you know, back to the 2004 championship season. I mean, just passing down the field. So which game was the fluke, guys?
I'm going with the Cleveland game. I think that was a fluke.
Line 1.
There was.
What was that?
Voice from above, line 1.
We have a call on line 1, everybody.
We have a caller. All right, so now, yeah, I did this last time, but Mike, I think, yeah, I knew he was going to do that.
That's my mom.
Hello, caller. What's your name?
Bob.
Is it Bob from Riverdale?
Yeah, Bob from Riverdale.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for calling again, Bob.
Bob, are you calling to tell us which game was the fluke?
Wow, that was a great game.
Do you think that was the Browns game the fluke, or was the Steelers game the fluke?
The Browns.
Okay, how come?
Because, you know, the offense wasn't doing that good.
So do you think that was just an off week for the Pats, and Tom Brady came back to his regular form last week?
I think so. I think Brady and Belichick talked, and they talked the team together, and, you know, I mean, the offense was just really tight.
Yeah, and I think showing the way Tom Brady reacted to his team on the field that day, you know, to a lot of people it looked like he was being a little bit over the top, but really I think what he was doing was...
Well, you know, that's what you have to do, you know, to get your team to work together, you know?
Yeah, you rally around your troops, and I think that he's finally... A lot of people are speculating that he's taken on this leadership role back to what he kind of was pre-Randy Moss because he feels less intimidated with Randy Moss on the sideline. Randy Moss does not like to get yelled at. And that's... What?
Randy who?
Yes, Randy question mark. He doesn't like to get yelled at, and it's starting to almost look that Tom Brady was kind of taking that into consideration in the way he handled his team, and now we've moved on to a new era. So I know, Bob, you were very critical of Randy Moss last week. I know that, and you know, I think we have to give you props for that. Audience, I think we have to give Bob props for that.
All right, so
Brady looks like Brady from 2003.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's what I was just saying. I mean, it's back to like those championships. We're going 14. Think we can go 14-2?
Yes.
Yeah. Right. We'll think about it.
All right. So Bob, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on hold, and they're going to take your email down. And you'll get a gift certificate to Roster at Legacy Place.
Hey, can I say one more thing? I just want to say, hey, this is an awesome show. I enjoy it. Keep it up, guys.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you so much. Thanks, Bob.
Bye, Bob.
I love Bob.
I love Bob too.
I know. We got to get Bob every week.
Yeah. think
he's a regular.
Bob's our regular, which is cool. But we have plenty of room on the lines for other people to join Bob in our ranks of great callers. So make sure you call in. But I also want to talk about, guys, there's some difference makers on this team, on the Patriots, and they get overlooked because it's kind of back to the situation where it's not a lot of all-stars. There's not a ton of Pro Bowlers. It's not, we're post Randy Moss here doing the little things, bring back Deion Branch. But there are still some impressive difference makers on this team, starting with Tom Brady. He's second in the league in passer rating among quarterbacks that have started every game this season, which is important because he's behind Michael Vick, but Michael Vick's played how many games? He's behind David Garrard, I believe, as well, but they both played less games. So really the only person ahead of him with a better passer rating is Phillip Rivers. Gerard Mayo's leading the league in tackles, 110 tackles. Very number one in the NFL right now. And Wes Welker has 52 receptions for 444 yards, which is tied for 7th in the league. Which of these guys do you think is going to be the most important going into the Colts game this Sunday?
Tom Brady.
Yeah,
I would hope so.
He's the man. It's his team now. He's the guy that, as you alluded to earlier, he took the team back from Randy Moss. He did, and it's as you've seen him on the sidelines this last game, really giving it to his players. He's taking the team back. He means business, folks, and yeah, he's the difference maker. He's the guy.
So you don't think he's doing the one clap in the locker room anymore?
No.
You saw that, though?
No, he's ripping heads off.
You've seen the one clap, right?
Yeah, he's ready to go.
Okay. There's no one clapping in the locker room anymore. There's no time for clapping with Tom Brady anymore. What do you guys think?
I think you're right. I think Tom Brady is on fire right now. I don't know if he necessarily had ever lost the team when Randy Moss was on the team. I think it's always been his offense to deal with. But I think after that Cleveland game, it really showed that he's still taking this very personally. He wants to excel. He wants to be the best that there is. I think that's what motivates this guy. And if he is not getting that from himself or his teammates, he's going to let them know about it. And that's what I think you saw in that Pittsburgh game. Things were still working really well. And he was still upset because things weren't perfect. And I think that's what he was saying the whole time.
Yeah.
I think he was saying, we have to play perfect. Yeah. Otherwise, we're going to lose. It has to be perfect. That's how it's got to be.
And I mean, you saw how emotional, everyone has talked about how emotional he was after that game. I mean, he went into the end zone with his rushing touchdown, was taunting fans. Spiked the ball and was taunting fans.
He was Pittsburgh, though,
Yeah. Oh, but he was worked up. So
he also just had his head demolished by Palomalu, so I think he was pretty fired up all around. But yeah, definitely has that competitive edge. I mean, I don't think he ever lost it, but you can see it now, and that's really what's making the difference for us as fans. It's kind of like you're fired up again.
Yeah, he's leading by example right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Patriots as a team, we all know the Patriots are in the middle of the pack when it comes to offense and defense overall. I mean, they're not. A lot of their championships years, top 5 and 6 and 10 in defense and offense. This year, a little bit different, but they're still managing some good stats as a team. They're first in the league in points per game, so the offense is still producing, which is hugely important for a team with Tom Brady. They've got the 4th-ranked offensive line, which I think is underrated. I haven't even heard it really talked about this season, but it's a huge, especially with Logan Mankins back. I think that's you have to take into how important that is, especially coming into the Colts with you have Freeney and Mathis coming at you. It's going to be really important for that offensive line to stay strong. They're 4th ranked in tackles, which is an area that the Patriots struggled last year in finishing tackles and in following through, and this year they're really showing that they've improved on that with a young defense, which is huge. And on top of that, they've managed 10 interceptions, which is keeping them at the top of the pack in the league. So there's a lot of positive little things about this team that are going well. And so what do these numbers say about this team's ability to find its strengths and make them more important and more relevant than its weaknesses?
Well, I think first of all, coaching has gotten, it seems like Bill's back to being Bill. I think maybe Randy Moss may have had an effect on the way overall, just top to bottom in the organization felt in the locker room and stuff, because I think that the defense has just come on so strong, and you've seen them improve every week, and that has to be a product of coaching. And I mean, I go back to the Vikings game. There was one play where Adrian Peterson, who's arguably the best running back in the league right now, it was him and Mayo head-to-head in the open field, and he threw a juke, and Mayo didn't lose him. Mayo stayed right with him, and there's no way that Gerard Mayo is as quick as Adrian Peterson. But that's coaching. He kept his shoulders squared, stayed with him, made the tackle. I think it's just a lot of coaching, and they're really coming together as a team overall on defense with confidence and just playing a lot.
That's what
better.
they're going to need. They're going to need a lot of coaching because this is such a young defense, and it's mashing with, not that many veterans that
guys.
have been.
Hello, can anyone hear me?
Yes.
How could we not
Of course
have...
we can hear
It's
you.
Justin.
Hi, Justin.
Justin.
Hi, you have a call on line 1.
Oh, hey.
All right, so we're going to take a quick call, and then it's almost time to wrap up our show. It goes by so fast.
Okay,
So let's take it.
so let's just throw let's take this call.
Hi, line 1. What's your name?
Hi, my name's Anthony.
Hi, Anthony. How are you?
Great. I just want to say the show's terrific. You guys are doing a great job.
Thanks, Anthony.
Thank you, Anthony.
Yeah, I just want to talk about the Colts and what you guys think. If that they're not as scary as they've been in years past. How do you think the Patriots are preparing for the game?
I think they're preparing fine because it's not 2003 anymore.
What? 2003 we were beating the Colts. I think we should be preparing like it's not 2009 anymore.
What I'm saying...
All these time warps.
Yeah.
I don't
Anthony,
think
at the end of the day, if the Patriots can't beat the Colts this year, they don't belong in the playoffs. They're going to do it. It's going to happen. We've got this under our... We've got it. This is the Patriots' time to shine, and they're going to pull through.
You are confident.
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
We're all
I'm
feeling
feeling
good
good.
about this.
Thank you for the
fire
call,
about
Anthony.
that.
It was
Thank
great
you for
to have you
calling,
in.
and hold on, and you'll get a gift certificate to Roster at Legacy Place.